reskilling, founder of Soul Leadership. I'm back in London in a blustery bushy park, and today I wanted to talk to you because of a few things that have come up in conversation with my friends since I've come back. And one of the themes is around the conversation that you have in your head that can drive you crazy and make you react in ways you look back and think, where on earth did that come from? And one of the books that we discussed last night as part of our conversation was The Chimp Paradox, and that really cleverly describes the limbic system and the reptilian part of your brain, which kicks you into that fight or flight mode when you're in a scenario where you feel like you've got to survive. And yet very rarely in this day and age are we in a civilized society in that position. So actually we're able to respond rather than react, but those little voices come in and we charge forward or we run away from a situation. So what is all that about? Well, it really does stem from us as animals and how we would react if we were in the world and trying to survive to something that was happening to us. But as you're fully aware, if you give it time, if you take a breath, you can actually respond in the way that you want to, and actually the way that honours you better. And there's all sorts of ways in which you can work with your inner monkey chatter, if you like, to help you with this. People use meditation, they use yoga, walks in the park, exercise. I know for me that swimming is really helpful to ease my mind when I'm really stressed. And of course, the more responsibility you have, whether you're leading an organisation, directing people on a daily basis, caring for people, whether they're your loved ones or people that you care for as part of your job, or who you're taking responsibility for, so teachers in schools, for example. There's so many things that go on that mean we're often having to think about someone else, all of our responsibilities in our personal life and our working life, the things that we think we should be doing, the things that we'd like to do, the things that aren't happening, and this chatter can just start to overwhelm us. I, for one, find that meditation really helps me. I tend to hold tension in my muscles, and so when I'm really stressed, my body can get uptight, and that has caused problems in the past when my ribs have popped out. It's been that extreme. So yeah, I tend to want to avoid those things, and meditation not only eases that chatter, but I find it has a neurological impact on me, and so my muscles really do relax. And also at times of fear, that chatter can get out of hand. You know, if we're faced with a height, as I've explained in the past with me, has been a problem, or with a daunting experience such as public speaking, maybe even getting married, having a baby, making massive life decisions, or making decisions in the workplace that are going to impact a lot of people, or which are taking risks and you just don't have any guarantees that it's going to work out how you'd like. That whirring in your brain, that internal dialogue that keeps you up at night, can really get to you after a while. And so, as I've mentioned, a few things like meditation and yoga that can help you, mindful practices are really the way to go, and mantras can be one of those things. And so have a think about the sorts of things that you can do for yourself, or that you may already know how to do but aren't able to do it very often, that you can bring back into your life, even if that just means taking a step away from your desk and breathing properly for a couple of minutes, walking outside lunchtime rather than eating at your desk, making sure you have space between meetings so that you have 5 minutes to collect your thoughts. Before you get home at night, whether you're on a train or a bus, just having a moment to take a breath before you walk through your front door so that you're starting the new beginning of your evening in the way that you'd like to spend that time. So really nurturing what you need as well. And it might sound selfish, but actually when we nurture what we need, we're able to give more, we're able to find more balance, we're more productive, and we start running on all cylinders instead of just frazzling to the point that we're not able to go on. And lastly, I'd just like to leave you with something, because I've been writing some workshops this week. I'm doing some soul surfacing workshops that are for people to get together and do creative writing that's prompted, meditation, and also listening to some poetry. And so I've been going through all the poems I've written in the past, and based on the conversation I had last night, I remembered a particular one that I'd written, and so I'd like to read this stanza to you because it's very related to this topic. A cooling breeze on a balmy night fluttered gentle relief, but only a mantra could ease the chatter of my wandering monkey mind.